Silvester Belt will represent his country, Lithuania, at the Eurovision Song Contest 2024. In the 10-song final, 3 acts made it to the top 3 of both the juries and the televote to make it to the super final. They were The Roop, Shower, and of course Silvester Belt. It was the Lithuanian audience who then gave the most votes to Silvester Belt to take home the win. He will sing the Lithuanian song Luktelk in the first semi-final in May, or to give the real title of the song, Luktelk, Luktelk, Luktelk. Did you watch the show? What do you think of it, and what do you think of the song, Gabe?
I did watch the show, and I thought it was amazing. The winner, I thought Silvester was absolutely brilliant. We should say that, of course, we do also review if you prefer reading your opinions instead of hearing them, we do also review all of these national finals over on ESCUnited.com. Make sure you check those out. The reason I mention this is because we were basically in total agreement, everyone, that this was the winner. I think there was some nerves on the night because obviously the Roop was there. We all know their history, but it was really clear to me, having seen this performance, that it had to win. This is what, in terms of this genre of music, this kind of club banger genre of music, this is absolutely the perfect style for Eurovision. And in my opinion, in terms of the quality, like the musicality of it, it is among the very best of its type. I really also want to highlight some things which I think Bind in chat who's in chat, I think right now, they've pointed this out. Also, Paulius over on Twitter has pointed this out. Lithuanians are usually pretty sedate, pretty quiet audiences. During the super final performance for Luktelk, especially, the way the entire audience rose to its feet and was cheering him on and clapping and singing along to the song and dancing in the aisles, it was actually like, it gave me goosebumps. It was this kind of incredible moment where it was like the country was turning around and going, this is yours. We're behind you now. Go get it. Go take your win. And it felt so special. And I'm sure we'll talk about, I'm going to hold off talking on the prospects of this song. I think Lithuania has something really, really amazing here. And it's an amazing choice. So congratulations, Lithuania.
Yeah, I mean, much praise from you. And I have to agree here. I recorded my reaction to a Lithuanian song. Check it out if you haven't, by the way. Shameless plug, I know. On Tuesday night, literally past midnight, because I had no time to do it at any other point. And I listened to that song once. And the entire week, I've been going, look, Doug, look, Doug. Just and like I walk down the stairs, look, Doug, look, Doug. It just gets stuck in your head so easily, and that is such a powerful thing. And it's to a point where it's not annoying. Like sometimes you have these really repetitive songs, and you're like, "Oh, this is getting a bit annoying now." It's so much of the same. But with Look Dog, I think they just strike the balance perfectly. And I think people in across Europe, when they hear that song for the first time, it immediately will be stuck in their head. When the recap gets on, they'll get reminded of the Luktelk song, and they'll immediately be like, "Oh yeah, that was fun. Oh, I might vote for it." It will have a lot of votes, I think, from the televote, and it is a very slick produced song. So I don't say that it will do poorly with the juries either. So I am really optimistic about Lithuania's chances this year, and that's new. Maybe I'm usually not super overly enthusiastic, but this year it's a bit different. Maybe. What do you think?
I think I'm about to absolutely fill the Lithuanians in chat with a massive dose of hopium. We're in a very open year. A lot of things could happen. That reaction we saw from that crowd, it felt like a moment of realization, like we saw with Cha 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 last year, of wow, we've really got something special.
Yeah.
I think it could be Lithuania's moment. And by that, I mean, I think there is a world in which this song wins Eurovision.
That's
if there
big.
was ever a song of this genre of this style in 2024 that was going to challenge for the win at Eurovision, it's this. People will remember this song. This is the kind of song that, despite the language, it could get radio play elsewhere outside of Lithuania as well. It's the kind of song that people, appreciate it. I showed it to a couple of my friends who are not big Eurovision fans, and they really liked it as well. Even those who don't naturally gravitate towards Eurovision so much, who aren't really that interested. Now, I think it's going to be the favorite for the win? No. Is it a tough road to get there? Yes. But it's going to have sufficient appeal amongst the juries and amongst the televote to possibly get there. We shouldn't forget that the juries, and this is part of the reason why Loreen did so well, are in large part radio DJs, producers, artists and musicians, it's senior executives and record labels and so on, who are steeped in the pop music industry. They know quality when they see it, when it comes to pop like this. They're going to hear this and they're going to go, this is quality. And Lithuania has a very active diaspora in Eurovision that is always very supportive of their own act. We see that in the UK and Ireland, regularly giving 10 points, 12 points to Lithuania. We're going to see that in a massive way this year, because when you have a song like this, which is this popular, it activates that diaspora and it massively exaggerates that effect. So they're going to sail through the semi-final. They have plenty of allies in that semi-final in terms of the televote. They're going to get to the final. Top 10 is certain, in my opinion. Could they win? Yes. I really think it could happen. I'm going to be saying that a few songs this year, though. There's probably 3 or 4 already. So let's wait and see, but I can see it winning.
Damn. I mean, I'm not sure if I am ready to say that it could contend for the win, but it will definitely give Lithuania one of their best results at Eurovision, probably even their best. And the last couple of years, Lithuania has really kind of done very well at Eurovision, like the Rube, Monika Liu. What was last year's Monika?
It was Monika
Linkite. Yeah, okay.
Linkite. Yeah.
I wasn't sure. Like they've had some really good results recently, and it shows that again you have a really good song, and if you just send something quality, it will do pretty well. Now, how will they stage it? That is always going to be maybe a bit more difficult, although I think the national final performance was already very slick and very good. Maybe they need to lighten it up a little bit in some parts, because I do think it was a little bit too dark sometimes. I think Silvester is very likable, very charismatic, and I think they can play off of that a little bit more. But yeah, I am really stoked that Lithuania went for this song, and to be honest, it was the song to choose for me. I will also give a little shout out to Jigsaw, who got eliminated in the heats already. Great song. I love that song. But this song from the grand final, it should have definitely won, and Lithuanians are behind it. And I think even though it is in Lithuanian, it can transcend that language barrier. And I could hear it on the Dutch radio, if I'm honest. Like, if a Dutch DJ would come out with a song like this, it would get immediate airplay. So why not a Lithuanian guy getting airplay in the Netherlands? I would love to see it. That would be very, very, very fun, I think. So yeah, very optimistic. Is there anything they need to improve in your eyes?
I think you're onto something there about the staging. It needs to be dark, but for large parts of the song, we couldn't see Silvester's face. Now, I think part of what would really help to sort of build the connection with the viewer, especially given that we need to explore ways of communication outside of language. Like 99% of the TV viewers will not understand the song's lyrics when they listen to it. That doesn't have to be a barrier. We saw that with Cha Cha Cha. Does not need to be a problem at all. But that means things like the ability to make eye contact with Silvester, the sort of telling of the story through the staging becomes more important. I think a lot of what they're doing now is really good. And I think rather than scrapping it and making a new concept, they should try and develop it more. This song really does not need a load of props. And I really hope they don't do that. I don't think it's an element you need to introduce, really. You can sort of, if you want to sort of make it into 3 dimensions and sort of add an art like height to the performance as well as width, you can do that with camera angles. I don't think it's needed. So take what we have now, develop it a little more, see where we get. I think there is a really exciting opportunity here, but just keep going down. You found the right road. Just keep driving down it, and something good is going to happen.
And even to your point that it doesn't matter the language, and you pointed out cha-cha-cha. I mean, the year before we had Ukraine win in a Ukraine language. We had Italy win the year before that in Italian. I mean, the Netherlands then won, which was in English. But we also had Salvador Sobral win in Portuguese. It doesn't matter that much, anyways. Like, it needs to feel authentic. It needs to feel correct. It needs to feel right. And I think they do create this clubby atmosphere very well with the staging and also with the dancers and how they're styled. And I do agree with you. They need to play a bit more with the camera angles to really capture all the people at home with his charisma, because he's really got that. And this moment, I'm not sure if that's fully shining through. That being said, I think Lithuania has a good song that will do very well. Winning, I mean, you are the bold take guy, so I'll stay away. I'll be the Matt in this part. I'm like, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see.
I've got one more bold take because I'm going to call you out on this. Because I saw someone mention it in chat and it reminded me. I'd forgotten until now. We need to talk about VB Gang Kaboom. VB
Such an amazing song.
Kaboom is the worst song I've ever heard in my life.
It's amazing.
It is the worst song I've ever heard in my life, Roy. I don't understand.
Disagree wholeheartedly. This is the best workout song there is.
It is absolutely horrible. What's that?
It is amazing.
No. This is everything I hate. Distilled. The only way you could make it worse would be if it had like a children's choir singing on it, which everyone knows is scientifically the most annoying thing a song can have. I hated it. I hated everything about it. Awful.
Yeah, no, I have to disagree with you wholeheartedly. I love that song. It is just very fun. Of course, it is a bit silly, but hey, I love my silly fun sometimes. Not always, but I do love it sometimes.
I love silly fun songs. You know I love fun songs.
It's so good to work out to or drive on a bike. Be Dutch. Or Danish or something.
I'll never be Dutch or Danish. That's either lucky or unlucky, depending on who you ask.
I'll also give a little shout out to Shower, by the way. I was not expecting that song to get to the super final, but he was really he's a talented singer, and I think this song was not it to go to Eurovision with, but I think if they really hone their craft a bit more, that can be an interesting one to keep our eye on for the future. And I was really excited to see that getting the recognition. I think that's very important as well sometimes, to just support a few acts that maybe shouldn't go to Eurovision quite yet, but have shown their talent in the selection. And I was happy to see that, really.
Definitely, I think more to come. I think in general, Lithuania is on something quite good. I think we've seen a positive development. I think the next step is to, and I realize with the branding, it's quite difficult because the branding is literally Eurovisia.lt.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the next step is to sort of go the most recent national final to do this is UMK, actually, which we'll come on to. Sorry, UMK. I've been to Finland now. I have to say UMK.
We'll get to Finland.
Otherwise, I'm going to get clowned on like I do for saying FIK. I'm not going to stop saying FIK, by the way. So you're just going to have to deal with it. Anyway, needs to go the way of UMK, where it's established more as a national music competition in addition to Eurovision. If you make the competition in itself an end goal, something that means a lot of success, which I think you'll see with Silvester now in Lithuania. So hopefully this will help develop that. You're going to have, in time, a stronger show, a stronger set of acts, and you end up with a much stronger identity. Obviously, the ultimate examples of this are Sanremo and Melfest. But you're not going to be able to do that in a hurry because those have decades of history. The more contemporary examples are going to be Benidorm Fest. They're going to be OMK. Those are the ones that I think people should move towards. I think Lithuania is one of the countries that at the moment has the best chance of doing that.
Huh. I mean, it's really the way to go. Like, you show your artists, we take you seriously, join our show, and then you get more quality songs naturally, basically. I think it's a really natural evolving. So Bind asks, do you think Luktelk could open the semi-final?
Yes. Sure, why not?
I
would say, Lithuanian fans, if I were you, I would be praying that Luktelk opens the semi. Think about this tactically. It's going to qualify anyway. if it opens the semi, there is no chance in hell it's opening the final.
True.
So I would take the hit in the semi, qualify anyway, because this is qualifying easily. And then if you get drawn in the first half in the semi-final, you're going to end up performing like 12th. It works out better that way. Now, in an ideal world, you draw second half, none of it matters anyway. But if you get it out the way in the semi, then it's just going to make your life much easier.
Yeah, I mean, we still need to wait and see until we have all of the songs. Right now, we only know Ukraine, Ireland, and Cyprus in the first half. So out of those three, I mean, we don't even know the song from Cyprus. We only know that she is participating. So I cannot see Ukraine opening, although, I don't think so. And I definitely don't see Ireland opening. That would be bonkers if they decide on that.
That'd be an insane decision.
They'll never do that. So out of the three songs we have so far, I think Lithuania has the best shot at opening the show. But it also depends on staging often, because although last year Norway opened, that didn't really have much staging. But
yeah.
Besides,
well, you can always force a spot in the running order by demanding 3 times as long as everyone else to get your staging on and off.
Yeah.
That, of course, but who would do that? No one, right?
No one. I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not. No.
It's not like it's happening more and more and more.
No,
recently.
Never. They would never do that. Personally, I really like toasties, by the way. If you got one of those toasty presses, I've been thinking of buying one.
Oh, yeah, it's on the floor here in the kitchen.
Yeah. I would go and get one from the shop down the road, but I don't care about them all.
Oh, it's got to be a long season.
It really is.
Oh, no.
Gabe, sure, get over it. I love you, Adam. I'm just pulling your leg. I knew. See, some of my friends, I have some friends who are really, really massive.
Well, your friends.
Fans. Yeah, I know. I do have friends. It's incredible, right? Honestly, all things considered, it's a miracle. I have some friends who I know love Loreen. And to be honest, like, now it's over. I've talked about this at length on my own channel as well. Like, Loreen is a really deserving winner of Eurovision and one of the greatest Eurovision acts in history. But I'm sorry, Loreen fans, you are quite fun to wind up. So I love just poking the bear a little bit from time to time. So I'm telling you, I'm doing it with love. But yeah, anyway, I just think it's just a bit of fun. It's just a bit of fun.
It definitely is. But don't go too far, because they will come with pitchforks. It's good that you didn't disclose your address.
They'll all start blocking me on Twitter again.
Yeah. We have some letters. AJMXNA, or
It's J.
It's J.
It's a J. Hi, J.
Do y'all think, y'all? That's very mad of him to say. Do y'all think Luktelk could start a golden age for Lithuania? Well, I think it's already kind of started. I think the group has kind of started that in a way. Like the last couple of years, they've really stepped up their game and sent some quality entries. And even last year, I didn't expect it to do too well. But then when we saw it on the stage, I was convinced like this will do very well, and everybody was singing along. And at the end of the week, I was like, it's already started, I think. What do you think?
I completely agree with everything you said. It was basically exactly what I was going to say. So for once, I'm going to stop yapping and just say, yep.